What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Okay, I just came back from getting my global entry visa. I had the appointment, and they're going to give it to me within 3 weeks. I know I get your concern because I know that there's a lot of people suffering deportations and all that stuff, which is awful. I just speak from my perspective. So I've never had issues with that. I have a history of going in and out of the US as a tourist. I do not have a criminal record. So it's easy for any country to give anybody entry like that with no criminal record and somebody who is a professional at something and who has a provable income and a provable career. So I didn't have any problems and I've never had any problems because I have my visa working well. I'm never inside the country illegally in any way. So that's my experience. I know that there's a lot of people that have different experiences, and I respect them. But I'm just telling you my experience. Given that I am from the border, I guess they have different ways of treating people from the border because we cross constantly, and we do bring a lot of business to the U.S. So that makes sense to me. But I just wanted to clarify that I'm okay. I've never been treated poorly, never. Every time I deal with any of the CBP agents, they're always really nice to me. Law enforcement is generally really nice to me whenever I talk to them if I'm in the States. So there's that. But now that that's out of the way, I do want to talk to you guys about something that I wanted to talk to you guys about for a while because I am very keen on the Japanese culture. I really love anime. I really love the language. This tattoo that I have right here is a katana and with some cherry blossoms in there because my mother loves cherry blossoms and she always loves going to visit there whenever there's cherry blossoms. And this reminds me of her. So I really love the Japanese culture. And I was really happy when I found out that in Fukushima, where the nuclear disaster happened in 2011, that town is renowned for having UFO activity. They have a lot of UFO sightings there. They even have a museum that is UFO themed. And when the Mexican hearing happened, when Ryan Graves was there too, this man visited the Mexican Congress. His name is Yoshiharu Asakawa, and he used to be a Japanese Nippon Ishinokai, which is a politician who served in the House of Representatives in Kanto from 2021, and he's still there working. And he's the one who is spearheading the effort to investigate UFOs in Japan. So recently, they made, not just recently, this happened 13 hours ago. They made a US Japan UAP roundtable, and they wanted to know whether President Donald Trump would disclose the truth about UFOs. They had a panel with none other than Ross Coulthart, who spoke for a long time. They also had Christopher Mellon, who we know has been a little under the weather, and he's recovering right now. And they also had a Representative Eric Burlison, who's a Republican and part of the administration that is currently controlling the country. So I wanted to show you guys two things. One of them is they asked Representative Burleson about the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy Director Michael Kratsios's recent statements about manipulating time and space. And I am going to show you what he said, just to remind you guys what he said, because this really made the rounds when he said it.
Passenger planes are slower than they used to be. Our trains crawl compared to those in other parts of the world. Our cars do not fly. Advances have not stopped, but something has gone wrong. Stagnation was a choice. We have weighed down our builders and innovators. The well-intentioned regulatory regime of the 1970s became an ever-tightening ratchet, first hampering America's ability to become a net energy exporter and then making it harder and harder to build. We seem to have lost focus and vision, to have lowered our sights and let systems and structures and bureaucracies muddle us along. But we are capable of so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space. They leave distance annihilated, cause things to grow and improve productivity.
So that really made the rounds when he said it. And he spoke about manipulating time and space. So in Japan, they asked Representative Burlison about it. And this is what he said.
Kratsios, his quote was very interesting to hear, but I would say just rudimentarily, it's easy to manipulate space time because we all know that mass has an impact on, which creates gravity, has an impact on space time. That's just that's the laws of physics according to Einstein. That being said, his quote about manipulating it does capture my attention. And rather than speculate on what it might be, our task force plans to contact the White House and the National Security Council to inventory the programs behind what he is talking about. And so our message to the White House is simple. Congress will champion breakthrough technology once we have the full picture of what it is. And if the projects are purely terrestrial, we'll accelerate them. And if they touch the UFO legacy work, we'll craft a disclosure plan that guards true crown jewel secrets while restoring the public trust. At the end of the day, our goal is to, if there's information about aliens or any non-human intelligence that exists, we want that to be disclosed and made public.
Shout out to UAP James for clipping this. But I just wanted to point out that Representative Burlison is one of the people that has kept his eye on the ball in recent weeks. And although I know a lot of people don't trust the Republican Party, truth of the matter is that they are leading the effort right now. Whether you think they're being truthful or not, that's a different story. But they're making moves. They're doing this. They're collaborating with other countries like Japan and other countries too. This is where the main point of contention lies, because we don't really know whether there was some kind of technological breakthrough or there really is some reverse engineered technology from falling UAP from who knows where. That's what we're trying to find out. And that's what he's pledging to do. Whatever it is, they're going to get their hands on it and they're going to try and use it for the benefit of humanity. That's what Burlison says. So I also want to show you what Ross Coulthart said. And this is what Ross said.
That were seen over New Jersey and indeed over much of the continental United States. The government says they were misidentified regular aircraft or helicopters. I do not accept that explanation.
ニューヨーク、ニュージャージーとニューヨーク、ほとんどの米国大陸ほとんどで見られているこのドローンっていうのは政府
Ross is sticking to his guns, right? He doesn't accept what the Trump administration said about the drones. And this is something that we've seen Ross double down on. And he's even done a lot of different coverage in many different places in the US where he's trying to find out what these things are and whether they're anomalous or not. We still don't know. The fact of the matter is that the administration is not acknowledging what these are. They're just saying nothing to see here. And that has remained. And those things are still up there. So the fact that now it's being talked about in Japan is incredible. And I applaud this effort. So it is pretty encouraging to see that the Japanese government officials are now looking into this in a serious fashion. I hope that this causes an effect for other countries who also have UAP activity. Every country does. If that means that they have to invite people like these, like Christopher Mellon, like Ross Coulthart, Hal Puthoff, Jacques Vallée, I know that France recently also was starting to look into this too. And there are politicians there that are already taking this extremely seriously. Jacques Vallée is French, so he's also probably been supporting his country with those types of investigations. But for me, the main topic here is what Representative Burlison said, because we still don't know what this may be. That's what we're trying to find out. And I like that he remains open-minded about it, because he did say that he still leaves the possibility for it to be just really, really advanced technology that was made by humans. And based on the recent investigation that I've been telling you about from Mr. Bob Grenier, who talks about this ancient technology that is eternal with the toroidal movements, I think that there might be something to that too. That doesn't necessarily mean that non-human intelligence is not real. We might be dealing with both things, but we don't know. So efforts like this one should be commended always. And I commend you guys for doing this. This was a 4-hour presentation. There's a lot of Japanese in it, obviously, but Ross does speak for a long time, and Mellon speaks for slightly less, and finally Burlison speaks for just a few minutes. I'm gonna leave it in the description for you guys, and I just want to extend my gratitude to Representative Yoshiharu Asakawa for doing this, because there needs to be people everywhere in every country trying to find out what's going on, and he's one of the few who has been brave enough in Japan to do so, because there is a lot going on there too. There's a lot of history there. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about Representative Burlison's statements about this space-time manipulation technology. And let me know what you think about Ross's stance on Trump administration, who are very coy about what's going on. Even though Trump did promise to tell us what was going on, he hasn't really. He just said nothing to see here, folks. Let me know in the comments. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That costs you nothing, and it's what helps the channel the most. So thank you for your support. If you want to support the channel in any other way, I'm going to ask you to pick a link from the description. There's a bunch of links there. You can also become a member if you like. There's a link there too. Or you can also support us on KGRA. There's a link there too. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated, as always. So thank you. And that's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive. Bye.